We are back. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Big Fred, and
I'm Greg, and the big wagyu back there.
we're here. As y'all see the title below, right there he is, Smokey, the man in the flesh, the big wagyu. You already know what's going on. We're here. The boys and girls state tournaments. The boys is about to get going. The seeds have been set. And then the girls, there's been some heartbreaks, there's been some upsets, and there's been some Cinderella stories. And we're going to talk about it all right here tonight on Appalachia Sports Talk, Southern West Virginia. But first, this podcast is brought to you by our trusted sponsors, P&H Builders in Princeton, West Virginia. And shout out to our friends up at Bill Cole Auto Mall, Bluefield. Right now, you can, if you were affected by the flood, Nissan and Bill Cole Nissan have joined together for something that's honestly pretty touching. All you do is you show up with obviously the form from your insurance stating that your car's been totaled from the flood. Effective counties, let me get that pulled up real quick. Apologies there. Mingo, Wyoming, McDowell, and Mercer. You qualify for an exclusive vehicle relief program. You must provide a copy of your insurance claim before purchase. One vehicle per claim, so that means that if you lost two vehicles in the flood, you will qualify for said program. And what that is that eligible customers are entitled to a Nissan Employee A-Plan vehicle purchase program discount in addition to current bonus cash and or other incentives that are eligible. So that's big. Shout out to Bill Cole and what they're doing to just try to help the community that's just been devastated. Once again, that is in Mercer, Mingo, Wyoming, and I believe Monroe. Yeah. So shout out to Bill Cole. Um, yeah, right up here. We just put the video up a little bit ago about the Bill Cole Advantage. If you're interested or if you've been affected by the flood and want to take advantage of that, uh, you can find their page on Facebook. It'll be tagged for this. And yeah, so go grab yourself a pretty nice vehicle on a pretty nice deal, let me tell you. Now, Greg, for one, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, my friend. How about you, Fred?
Doing pretty good. We got the wall back up. I got my Funko Pops. Those are going to be from Naruto. Shout out to my weebs. And then we got my dog Jalen Hurts up here on the wall. Go Birds. This is my little cup. Go Birds, man. Greg, my friend, we start these off typically with a little bit of player of the week action. Greg, do you remember who was player of the week last week?
Last week was no, I do not. Who was it?
So for the girls, it was Miss Maya
Yes,
Dunlap.
Maya.
She put up 50 smooth ones. And then for the boys, we had a co-player of the week. That would be Zy Hawthorne from the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles, along with MJ Patton from Summit Christian Academy. Real quick, I'm actually going to share the live. And then we'll drop who this week's player of the weeks are. Tournament talk. For some reason, it didn't put the title. So I'm going to go put the title in real quick, actually. It does it sometimes. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a hit or miss. Now, also, right now, Greenbrier West is playing, I believe, Tug Valley, the
Play at
girls.
9.
At 9. Oh, so that's in 30 minutes. Appalachia Sports Talk.
Morgantown and George Washington
So
are finishing up right now.
And what's the score of that
It
game?
is 63-41, Morgantown on top.
Oh, so it looks like Morgantown's going to probably win it, huh?
Yeah, it ended up Morgantown and Spring Valley in the championship.
Hey, spring where they go, man. Well, Greg,
Oh my,
are you ready for the players of the week, my friend?
yes, sir.
Drum
That's
roll,
the
please. So here we go for the boys. This week's player of the week. This was such an inspirational performance, and I'm not even being funny for real. Hailing from Bluefield, West Virginia, upsetting the 14-3 James Monroe Mavericks with 31 points. Jay Smith.
too smooth.
Hey, shout out to that young man. He actually just had 16 again against a very good Wyoming East team. And I don't know if y'all saw on Facebook, and we're going to talk about it, but some of the Bluefield players were already back in the gym, so the season didn't go as planned. They had players dropping like flies. They had injuries. They had a lot of stuff going on, and they still made it known that they deserve to be there. Don't even get me started. I'll start a whole thing. But so, Jay Smith, Bluefield Beaver, your boys' player of the week.
Hey, watch out.
And then for the girls, Greg, do you know who?
Watch out for Bluefield next year. They're going to use this year for motivation. They're going to be tough next year.
No, and they got some kids coming up. Don't even get me started on that now. They got some eighth graders who put the work in. That Bluefield team's going to be in great hands for a while. Greg, do you know who the girls' player of the week is?
Would it be Miss Presley Treadway?
Presley Treadway from Greenbrier West.
Phenomenal athlete. She's a phenomenal athlete.
Dude, she's a dog. She's a dog. She put up 35 points against a good GBC team. It's sad to see GBC lose. Oh, I told him I was going to wear the shirt. Mason, do you know where my GBC shirt is? Is it in the washer? Oh, no. Dude, Coach, I'll wear it next week. I promise. I've been spring cleaning today. We put some stuff up. That's all. I told him that I would wear it the next podcast. So I'll wear it for the next 3. I'll punch that in for real. That's on me, Coach, and I appreciate the merch. The GBC girls team actually sent me a GBC fresh off the clock shirt. Shout out to them, dude. Some heat. I wore it on the Pokemon stream the other night, actually. But anyways, Presley Treadway from Greenbrier West, phenomenal athlete.
She went upstate.
The all area teams loaded.
She went upstate in 4 different sports.
The
Volleyball,
generational athlete for real.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. She's something.
For real. Well, shout out to her for just doing what she does, and that's cook, man. We need to send her one of them little chef hats. That's Chef Presley for you, for real. 35 points against GBC to punch them to get into the state championship. Hopefully tonight. They keep it rolling, man. Tut Valley's tough. That's a tough team, man. But the big 3 been doing their thing, and we're going to talk about it, Greg. Let's roll into it. We're going to talk about the girls first. Start off in 4A. Oak Hill fell to Sissonville, so we have no more dogs in the 4A girls fight. We got to let Grandpa Greg get to his notes.
I'm slow tonight. I'm slow.
Oh, you're fine, brother. You're fine. And then going down to AAA. This was a big one, dude. My jaw hit the floor. I had to go to Lowe's to get some stuff to repair the floor, for real. Greenbrier East falls to Wayne 69-57. Ava Workman had 16. Kennedy Stewart had 13. Sandy Benton 12 and Jada Walker 10. They finished 24-2 after beating Sissonville 51-56. Greg, the Greenbrier East Lady Spartans, who was my personal punch the ticket in, they are.
That's who I said. So I was shocked as well, but that was a good game. I watched it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Wayne win it.
Greg, I'm surprised you're not put outside, man. Dude, you've been watching these games all day, every day for the last week, ain't you?
and one more week to go next week with the boys.
So Greenbrier East, man, you hate to see it. They finished 24-2. One of the losses that they did have is when it didn't matter. You hate to see it. But they'll be back. They're always there. They'll be right back there next year. They still got some dogs to them.
Yeah, they got some girls coming back. They'll be all right.
And then going down to Double A, this is where it gets a little crazy, Greg. By the way, I guess I'll just put this out. Princeton lost to Sissonville, who then lost to Greenbrier East. Princeton was my team that I was riding out as my underdogs. We got this is like an in memoriam episode because a lot of our teams are falling like flies, Greg.
Yeah. Getting down to the brass tacks.
For real. Going down there to Double A, this one hurt me too, Greg. I ain't gonna lie to you. And the final score was insane to me. James Monroe falls to Wheeling Central 83-49. The legend Maddie Borowski finishes her career with a double 14 and 10. Wheeling Central, man, that's tough. Have you kind of seen all the hoopla on Facebook and kind of what's been said lately?
Yeah, Wheeling Catholic's a machine, man. It's
They are.
Caitlin Blake had 30.
And dude, I believe they used to be single A too, which is crazy.
Yeah, they just moved up to Double A, I think.
And I want to talk about it a little bit. There's some stuff on there talking about playing private school. Graham over in VA just dealt with it with John Marshall. I mean, you can't hate a place for playing by the rules. When they open up the floodgates and they allow all this transfer stuff, and I'm not saying that this is what happened. These are very much blanket statements, right? But based off of what I was reading, these are generalized conclusions here that I've made off of the comments. You hate to see it, man. I thought James Monroe was going deep, especially because they just beat Wyoming East 50-44. And in my eyes, whoever won that game had a very good chance to win a state championship. And in that game, it was a good one. Maya Dunlap, reigning player of the week, 16 and hit a dagger of a three. The video was up on Playsheet Sports. Also, shout out to all the sports reporters, for real. That's been making our jobs a lot easier, right? Who are up there boots on ground. No, for real. Shout out to John Surratt. Christian Rabatoza from WVBA, Rusty Udi, Tyler Jackson. Shout out to all of those guys, man, for just putting in the real work. Ava in that game finished with 14. And the Wyoming East defense held Maddie to only 6 points, which were all through free throws, which was insane.
That is a big stat right there.
For real. And they lost. Imagine holding Maddie Borowski to 6 points and then you still lose. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's where the Dunlap sisters pick up the slack.
For real. Hey, killers, bro. They got killers, but man, to see them fall sucks. So we'll have a little moment of silence for them for real because man, that's brutal. And then in that Wyoming East game, Katie Blackburn finished with 15 and Abby Baker finished with 11. Katie, who is finishing also a legendary career. We're losing a lot of hoopers this year, in just across the part of this state. And then Logan, someone else that we thought was going to make some noise, they lost to Charleston Catholic 45-35. And now Charleston Catholic and Wheeling Central's playing in the state championship.
Yep.
I'm not watching it. Forgive me if I'm a little bit salty about it, but hey.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, brother. Two private schools playing for the championship says a whole lot.
Facts. But also I say let them play in the tournament. It sucks, but it's just a part of what we got to deal with here,
Yeah, it is.
And then going down to single A. Greenbrier West beat Tucker County 74-67, and this is where the Big Three. I don't know if y'all saw our interview with Coach Addy and the Big Three. If not, go watch it. 15 minutes tip off. Miss Maddie Fields finished with 23 and 7 steals. Presley 21 and 6 steals, and then Riley Redden with 13 and 13 points in the last 25 seconds to get to tonight, where they played the number 2 Tug Valley. The winner of that plays Gilmer, who just put a pounding on who was it? Gilmer just beat the brakes off of someone that just hit 2 shots the entire game. Cannot
Notre
remember
Dame.
who.
Yeah, it was Notre Dame. Beat them
Was
like
it Notre Dame?
26 or something. Yeah.
That's going to be stout regardless, for real. While I'm here, I want to give a quick shout out to the Riverview Raiders girls team too, man. That was my little personal Cinderella, Chastity Kennedy, who was guaranteed getting a first team all area spot, and I'll die on that hill. She was injured. So prayers up for a quick recovery for her. As long as that team has that girl, they're going to be a threat for the next 2 years, anyways.
Yeah, they'll make noise next year.
Greg, you know what sucks is like outside of Greenbrier West, this entire girls report was sad, man. It sucked. You know?
All our hopes with Greenbrier West right now.
Hey, the big 3, you got me behind you. I promise you that. Give me a Greenbrier West Cavalier ring right now. We need that to happen. And also great people, great community, great fan base.
Yeah, for sure.
And great coach too, man. Shout out to both of the Aggies. Him and his wife are fantastic people.
They're good people.
So hopefully they bring that puppy home.
Okay.
Now, Greg, this is where we have a chance at some gold over here in West Virginia. Woodrow Wilson. Buddy, have they got hot at the right time? Woodrow, they beat Riverside. They overcome something. Oh, you all right?
Sorry, the dog's barking.
Oh, you're fine, man. Woodrow Wilson, they beat Riverside, and then they beat South Charleston, and now they play Spring Valley. Winner goes to the quarterfinal Wednesday, March 19th. That's going to be a good one for real. Spring Valley's a tough outing. Spring Valley's a tough outing in anything. And then going over to AAA for us, Mr. Craig, Shady Spring. Oh, hey, that's the big wagyu trying to give us some stats, huh? It's fine.
When somebody rang the doorbell.
Oh, so dogs starts going crazy, huh?
Yeah.
For real. No, let me stop playing before they hear me barking.
The big wagyu and his whole pack went nuts.
For real, man. But hopefully Woodrow can squeeze past Spring. That's not an easy game at all. But they got some dogs. Hawthorne, reigning player of the week, and Jalen Walton going to do their thing and get crazy with it. Then today, Shady Spring W over Herbert Hoover, 66-46. Captain Jack and Jalen Bailey, both 23 points. That's another 2 guys. Try to put them on the first team. I'll say it right now. They play Robert C. Byrd. And then the winner of that game plays the winner of Nitro and Ripley for the state championship. I think. Did I write it down correct? So yeah. Let's hope Shady does it back to back, man. We need some hard work down here for real.
Yeah, we need to bring some to the southern part of the state.
And then what really sucks is that Greenbrier East fell to Ripley, 57-4, finishing their season at 15-8. Another great group of people. We had them on not too long ago. That was a team. There was a chance that Shady would have met them again for like the 5th time this season. That would have been a real good one. But hey, that happens. And then Princeton fell to Sissonville, who obviously fell to Shady Spring. So, sucks. But hey, shout out to BB3, and I'll do that every time I can, for real. Now we're down here to AA, Greg. West Side and Wyoming East. The whole country's going dancing.
Wyoming, whole county.
they're shutting down school
I
for
seen
it.
that.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
That's a.
They,
I hope they got that gymnasium packed out, man.
I'm sure they will. They travel good.
Oh, bro, Wyoming County basketball is a religion for real. So they're going behind it too, man. Wyoming East beat Bluefield. Going in after the first day, it was 12-8. East goes on an 11-0 run, and that's it. Brock Johnson led the night with 25, and then the 6'8" Connor Fox had 14 and a big dunk. But Bluefield's defense held Talon Mascari to only 3 points after him putting up 23 against Summers
Oh, he's a
County.
dog, man. He's a dog.
Oh, yeah, no. And I believe he's a freshman. Wyoming East is in good hands as always. Gives shades of a young Cole Lambert, who's at Concord now, who was a dog last year for him. And then Jay Smith, player of the week, still got his. He did put up 16. Wyoming East plays Logan County, which is going to be a good one. Zayden Sherrod is a dog, and Logan beat Charleston Catholic, the reigning AA state champs. So that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Good first round game.
Oh, yeah. And there is a chance, just a small one, but there's a chance that we could see West Side and Wyoming East meet in the state championship. The way that the brackets fell, there's a chance. West Side plays Doddridge County. They're on opposite brackets here. So, dude,
Could you imagine
we could have a Wyoming County state championship
if
game.
that happens? Everybody in Wyoming County would be in Charleston.
No, dude, for real. I'm talking everybody. They're gonna bring people that don't even watch basketball just to come out, for real. And I believe I read that this is the first time ever that both teams have made it to the state tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so congratulations to that whole town, the county, every Pineville's going crazy. Grease the polls, Greg. Grease the polls.
Sir.
And then going down there to Single A. Greg, do you know who's dancing, Greg?
Some generals from Montcalm put the Montcalm chokehold on somebody.
Your Montcalm generals, Greg, are going to the state tournament, man. Hey.
That's representing Mercer County.
Shout out to Weston. We had Coach Havens on here, and he brought, I believe, Tristan Klein with him. And Tristan Klein done his thing, man. Put up 16-5-5 against Webster. They played Tug Valley. Now, that's a tall one, dude. I would love to see Montcalm be the Cinderella. How cool would that be, man? They played Tug Valley. But hey, that Montcalm team has some height on it now too, right? And they're kind of getting hot at the right time. Winner plays – so the winner of that game plays the winner of GBC and St. Joe. GBC beat Mount View, but Mount View was without their leading scorer, Zamir Martin. That's all I'm saying. So it's tough. It's tough to win when you have your guy giving you almost 16 a night, isn't there? But dude, if Montcalm wins the state championship, I'll say it right now, Red. If Montcalm wins the state championship, I'll get the M tattooed on me, man. Dude, I love Montcalm for real. Great people.
Oh, for sure. I'd love to see him win it.
Dude, what? And Coach Havens, I love the guy too, man, for real. He coaches football, coaches basketball. That just means that those kids are his kids, right? When you're around them that much, they're almost like an extended family to you,
Oh, for sure.
Would love to see Montcalm get in there and get shifty. Buddy, would I love it.
If they can knock the number one seed off, they got a good shot.
Hey, and we're saying that lightly, but man, shout out to Montcalm. Montcalm being the only team alive in the area speaks volumes. Outside of GBC, sorry about that. In terms of like Mercer County, let me also preference that some Mercer County. Montcalm being the last one.
Yeah.
So, dude, that's gonna be it. Hey, go Generals! Let's get this thing rolling. Coach Havens, if you're watching this, send me a shirt. I'll wear it. Shout out to GBC. Well, Greg, that's kind of all my notes I have here, man.
I think we about covered it.
And we're going to
Oh,
end this just in time to catch the Greenbrier West game. What's that?
Morgantown won, so it's them and Spring Mill or Spring Valley in the 4A championship.
4A. Oh, I thought did Spring Valley beat Woodrow?
Girls.
Oh, girls. Sorry. I was like, what? What I miss?
Yeah, no, girls.
Um, hey, shout out to the fans, the parents, the players, the communities of the teams that's failed. I'm talking from James Monroe to Bluefield, Wyoming East girls. The boys are still dancing. Princeton, down the road, both of the views, Mount View, River View. That's one family, one county strong. Hopefully, the victims of the flood are starting to kind of get back up on their feet. Shout out to the communities who have all just kind of stepped out the house and really just helped our
Yeah,
neighbor
for
for
sure.
real. Um, it's
The
coming,
middle of
Greg.
summer.
Baseball's coming too. Shout out to P&H Builders right here from Princeton, and shout out to Bill Cole Bluefield. Uh, Shout out to Cole Nissan collaborating with Nissan for a special program for the flood victims. If you are in Mercer, McDowell, Monroe, or Wyoming County, and you have lost a vehicle to the flood, proof from your insurance, and then you qualify for the employee aid plan plus incentives. That's a good deal. I won't lie
Yeah.
to you. Um, that's a little bit of an ad read, but this is genuine. That's a good deal for real. So shout out
Yeah.
to them and what they're doing to help just kind of
Take advantage of that if you qualify. Be sure to take advantage.
for real. And then also to learn about the Cold Advantage, we just dropped the video. It's on our story. Be sure to tune in tomorrow if you're down for some SWVA. Cody will be at my house and we'll be doing it live. So tune in for that tomorrow. Don't even get me started, George, with 1-2. Whoo! But Greg, my friend, I appreciate you. I guess we'll be back next weekend talking about
All right.
hopefully Greenbrier West is raising a trophy next week. That's all I'm saying, dog.
Fingers crossed.
Game starts in 4 minutes. It's been your boy Big Fred,
Big Wagyu.
the Big Wagyu, and we're out of here. Appreciate you, Greg.
All right. See you, my friend.